I'm Shay Setzer-Grosh, principal at Randolph Early College High School, and I would like to welcome you to our Student of the Month celebration, where we are acknowledging the students who received Student of the Month for fall 2020 semester. So Student of the Month started a few years ago, and it's really just a way for us to recognize our students who are doing well academically, but also to acknowledge their character as well. So it's just a time for us to celebrate our students. Each month, the teams, so the 9th grade team, 10th grade team, 11th and 12th, choose students who will be the Student of the Month. And this year we started Remote Ravens, which is a time for us to celebrate those kids who were fully remote, but they are doing outstanding jobs academically. So what you are going to see is each team recognizing those students, and we just thank all of our students for their efforts during this difficult time, and we hope that you enjoy our Student of the Month celebration.
Hi, I'm Mr. Schuyler, and this is Ms. Schill and Ms. M, and we're going to read to you the Freshman Students of the Month for the fall semester.
Okay, the first one goes to Eric Solis. Eric is a wonderful student who goes over and above on any given assignment. He is prepared every day and never misses a Google Meet when he is remote. Despite numerous responsibilities at home, Eric still manages to complete his work on time with such outstanding quality that puts him head and shoulders above others. He is mannerly and respectful. Eric is focused and will no doubt excel to the highest levels, meeting every goal he sets before himself. His peers enjoy him, especially during lunch when they play games. We are lucky to have Eric at RECHS.
Next up is Praise Ayudova. I cannot say enough great things about Praise. She is one of the kindest people I've ever met. She has the ability to work with anyone, and she is a great team player. Praise is not only an amazing person, she's an amazing student as well. Her work is thorough and thoughtful. On remote days, I can expect Praise to show up to Google Meets and participate in remote instruction too. She's also willing to go the extra mile to help the next person with their assignments. Mrs. Clapp would also like to add, I will agree with Mr. Schuyler when he stated that Praise is one of the most kind people he has ever met. Whenever she sends me an email to request information, she makes sure to check on me and to see how I'm feeling. She ends her emails with, stay safe. It really makes my day. Praise, I know I don't get to see your smile behind that mask each day, but continue to spread your ray of sunshine each day. We know the world could use it.
Okay, and the next one is Kalani Anderson. Kalani is a kind-hearted young lady who is a pleasure to have in class. She always has a positive attitude and can find the good in every situation. She is responsible, respectful, and hardworking. Kalani is like a sunflower who brightens the classroom with her beautiful smile. She contributes to class discussions because she's prepared for class and is always willing to share her thoughts and ideas. Others can count on her to help when needed. We are glad to have that Kalani saw herself as an RECHS Raven. Continue to soar, Kalani.
Next up is Owen Kennedy. Owen is a fantastic student in many ways. Owen is never afraid to ask questions, and he easily adds to any classroom discussion. He never complains about all the CK12s or gizmos that I give, even when everyone around him complains. Owen is the first to reassure me that the work is doable and that the others just need to rise to the challenge. As he's often expressed, he's just built different.
And I'd like to add on to Owen. I thoroughly enjoyed having Owen in World History class. He always contributes to class discussions and is not afraid to ask questions. He also encourages others to do their best, especially on their discussion posts. He is respectful and mannerly, gets along well with others. Owen is truly a pleasure to have in class, and we are lucky to have Owen at RECHS.
Next up, we have Shayla Fitzgibbons. Shayla has truly made 100% remote instruction work for her. She attends every Google Meet and is always prepared for class. Her work ethic and dedication to school is admirable. Her assignments are always completed thoroughly and with perfection. She is a phenomenal writer who expresses herself and her ideas so eloquently. Although she is an introvert, Shayla has slowly come out of her shell this quarter. We have enjoyed seeing her personality and sense of humor as well. She always makes us smile or laugh when reading her work. Overall, Shayla is the epitome of an RECHS Raven, and she will no doubt soar to the highest altitudes. We are lucky to have Shayla at RECHS.
Ms. Clapp would like to add a comment about our next student, Aliza Abdul. Aliza is one of 3 sisters that I have taught at RECHS. Aliza is a very kind and respectful young lady. She makes sure to give 100% at whatever she starts. Each day as she leaves my class, she makes sure she tells me goodbye and have a great day. I appreciate that she takes that second before leaving my room to make such a big impact on the rest of my day. Aliza, believe it or not, does leave a great impression on me. Thank you so much for doing that. Continue to leave great impressions no matter where you go. The world will always need people who can have a great impact no matter where they are. And I would like to add, Aliza was an awesome student all semester long. She was great whether she was remote or in person. Aliza's contributions to class discussions were insightful and very much appreciated. Aliza was always able to bring her unique perspective to situations, and it makes for a very enjoyable class. Thank you, Aliza.
And our last student of the month is Andrew Ritchell. There is never a dull moment with Andrew in class. He always has a funny story to tell. Shy is not in his vocabulary. He attends every Google Meet and is usually the first one on. Every morning I hear, "Good morning, Miss Shield." Andrew is always in a good mood and can find humor in anything, especially when he knows something that I don't. He has said on numerous occasions that he is glad to be at RECHS and appreciates the opportunities afforded to him. And Miss M says, in English, Andrew goes out of his way to help all, even volunteering to preview my lessons. I love that he loves our school, our classes, and shows it by always being genuinely positive and complimentary. A special shout out for always having your camera on.
All right, we appreciate all of our students of the month, and we look forward to our students this spring semester. And
Congratulations.
Good job.
Hey guys, we're the 10th grade teachers at Randolph Early College, and we've heard that there's some students who are doing some awesome things here. Whether they're working face-to-face or remote, they're doing some great things. So we want to acknowledge these students today. First off is Diana Limbo. She was our September Student of the Month. We selected her because she is the most attentive and conscientious student that we have ever taught. She has stepped up to the plate and embraced our current learning situation in all aspects. When she is present on B-Day, she is fully present. She smiles and interacts with both her peers and her teachers. She is very creative and organized, and you can tell that she just genuinely loves to be at school. She never finishes a conversation without saying thank you or smiling. She has been a reminder on multiple occasions to get the attendance form sent out and is always quick to reply when I reach out to her on remote days. She is a very hard worker and goes above and beyond all of our expectations. Good job, Diana. We appreciate your hard work.
Yes, Diana keeps me on my toes for sure. She keeps us straight. So next, I want to recognize Abigail Mays. Abigail is super responsible. She completes all of her work online and when she's in class, and she also makes sure that my attendance is out. She's respectful and kind to all students, takes initiative in class. She is a great role model for other students to follow. She is kind, caring, and organized. She always embraces new tasks with an open mind. She's extremely organized, and you can always count on her to keep up with her work and keep her friends in line too.
Go Abby. Nick Lanier, we nominated you because you are a model RECHS student. You will always go above and beyond. You always reach out to help your peers. I'm especially thankful for the fact that you are now a Beta Club member and doing a tremendous job participating in Beta Club. We can always count on you to be responsible. You always turn your work in when you're face-to-face and when you're remote. So go, Nick, keep up the great work.
Woo!
Good job, Nick. Next up for October, Miss Williams and I had 2 students that we wanted to recognize. The first one is Courtney Allen. Courtney is a student who always says good morning with a smile on her face when she arrives to class. She works hard, even when she is remote. She is engaged, she's asking questions. If she's struggling, she's not afraid to reach out. She is an A-day student, so she comes on Monday mornings, and after being remote for 3 days and heading into the weekend, she is always uplifting and ready to start her day. Our remote learner for October is Hudson Hawker. He is a remote rock star. Since the start of the year, he has been very attentive, very self-conscious of completing his work on time. He goes above and beyond what he's asked in any type of work that he is sent out. He always does the more than what we're asking. And we've just been very, very impressed with his work ethic and his self-motivation during this time. Good job, Hudson.
Good job,
Woo-hoo.
Hudson.
Next up is Toby Kuna Zamora. Toby, you want to talk about going above and beyond? Toby is the guy. Toby is always on point with everything that he is doing. He's usually the first person to turn in his work, and it's always more than I'm expecting. So, Toby, you're just amazing. His work is always thorough, and it's apparent in his work that he has taken initiative to gain deeper understanding. Toby loves learning, and you can feel that in his work. His love for learning is admired and appreciated and speaks to his self-motivation. I think Toby is also appreciated by his peers because he's always posting his work and helping his peers to learn in this crazy time that we're in. So thank you, Toby, for being super amazing.
Go Toby, go Toby. Next up we have Jordan Hicks. Jordan, there's so much I could say about you. I always look forward to seeing you. I have so enjoyed all your driver's ed stories. Thank you for being a wonderful civics student and math student, being so responsible and getting all your work done, and so being so conscientious and respectful of others. Your work and your group work has been amazing, so really appreciate that. And I also am looking forward to having you in Beta Club.
Go Jordan.
Go Jordan.
Jordan, you're awesome.
All right, and for November Student of the Month, we have Harold Figueroa Vasquez. We selected Harold because he is very, very polite. He is a very respectful young man. He always volunteers to help the teacher or other students. He actually carried out some beef liver for me to the trash can. So he works extremely hard, whether he is at school or face-to-face working remotely. He does strive to do his best at all times. He's not afraid to ask questions. Harold is very intelligent, and he is such a pleasure to teach. And his positive attitude and cheerful personality always rubs off on the teacher and the student in the classroom that he's with. And he loves learning, and it's apparent that he actually enjoys school. So good job, Harold.
Go Harold.
You make life fun, Harold. All right, next I have Alicia, and Mr. Archie, gonna help me again.
Kawasha.
Alicia Kawasha. Alicia is a phenomenal remote raven. From the very beginning of school, from the very beginning to now, she hasn't wavered. She has been phenomenal from the beginning. Her work is always completed on time and is beautifully written. I can read it and it's just beautiful. You can tell she's all put in the time and the effort to understand what she's learning. She reaches out if she has a question. She emails you her work if Canvas isn't working, which is super appreciated. She doesn't wait until the last minute. She's always on top of things. Her assignments are always complete. So Alicia, we appreciate your communication and your hard work. Keep rocking it.
Go Alicia. Next up, Matthew Gallimore. Matthew, you are a model 100% remote student. The only thing I regret is the fact that you're not here, so I get to see you face to face, and that's just what it is. First, I want to send a special thanks to you for reaching out to help organize and administer the food pantry. Giving back to the community is such an essential thing and so needed in these times. So I wanted to just special shout out for that because that is near and dear to us, so we appreciate that. And all your efforts. I'm so excited that you're going to represent history for the Beta Club competition coming up, so I appreciate that too. Matthew, you always are the first one to turn in your work. You always correct me or make sure, remind me to send out the attendance form, and you keep me straight, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you going above and beyond and all the work that you do complete. And you truly represent RECHS as a 100% remote student. So keep up the great work, and go Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew. Go 10th grade. Go 10th grade.
Woo! Thank you guys, y'all are awesome.
Hi, I'm Miss Fleetwood, and Ms. Wood and I are here to present the Junior Students of the Month. I'm going to start with Rain Lawson. When Rain Lawson walks into history class, she brings a wave of positivity. With her mask on, I can't always tell if she's smiling, but it sure feels like it. She always has something good to share during our daily Bright Spots section of class. Usually, she shares about her family or friends and is always uplifting. As a student, her work is of the highest quality. She goes the extra mile on all of her assignments. She's always ready to read the quote of the day or analyze a Hamilton reference or offer a perceptive insight. I've been impressed with her connections to history, both personally and with current issues America is facing. Her positivity, humor, and enthusiasm bring so much to our class. I'm proud to award Rain Lawson one of our Students of the Month.
Next, we'd like to recognize Lindsay Bateman. Lindsay goes above and beyond on a daily basis by completing her work to the highest standard. On remote days, I know that she's going to complete what is asked of her to the fullest extent. She desires to understand the content at a deeper level and is always asking questions that exhibit her in-depth level of thinking. She often sends emails to inquire about concepts which extend well beyond the scope of the material she is required to know for class. Lindsay is always respectful and has a positive attitude. She's always upbeat and contributes greatly to class discussions. Over the past year, she demonstrated such great leadership at Beta Club that we recently offered her the position as vice president for this school year. We cannot wait to see how she continues to grow as a leader in the classroom and in the community.
Next is Melanie Lopez. Melanie is a dedicated student who always goes above and beyond in the classroom. She excels whether she is at school on her B-Day or working remotely on her studies. On B-Day, she's never late and is always prepared to start the day with her full attention to whatever the task at hand may be. Melanie's attention in class stays laser focused. She's a meticulous student who always produces high quality work. I've asked her several times if I could use her work as a model or example for other students, and she always graciously allows me to do so. Melanie is unassuming and reserved, yet a powerful presence in the classroom. She has thoughtful insights and a maturity beyond her years. In history, she can see the big picture, yet appreciate the smallest details in our studies. She quite simply is a joy to work with and an outstanding student. It is my pleasure to award Melanie Lopez as one of our Students of the Month.
Every Monday and Tuesday morning, I am greeted by a student who is eager to tackle the day's assignments and ready to learn. This extraordinary, phenomenal young lady that I have the honor of teaching is Allison Kidd. Allison's excitement and enthusiasm for learning is contagious. She approaches challenging problems with a positive, can-do attitude. Allison desires to fully understand the material and does not hesitate to contact me with questions. She does not settle and is not satisfied until she completely understands. Her work is always meticulously completed to the best of her ability, which is usually nothing less than perfect. Allison is a tremendous asset to me as she is always willing to assist her peers. With her calm, gentle nature, coupled by her positive attitude, she is able to motivate and help her peers while encouraging and guiding them through difficult concepts. She has especially been helpful on remote days when students needing assistance reach out for her for guidance. Allison is the epitome of perseverance, hard work, and fully embodies a positive growth mindset. She is a continual source of motivation to me, and I greatly appreciate Allison for being the amazing person that she is. On a daily basis, she impresses me with the depth of her understanding, and I am so proud of all that she has accomplished.
And next we have Emily Lincoln. She's one of our remote Ravens. Emily is a remarkable student who excels even with the challenge of working remotely. Emily has a love of learning and tackles new challenges presented to her with enthusiasm. The work she submits is detailed, analytical, and always on time. Recently, she submitted a history project that asked for students to create a basic postcard that was sent from one of the new territories acquired through Westford expansion. Her card was exquisite. It was so professional and eye-catching that it rivals some of the many real postcards on my wall. The required information, a letter on the back, was also well written and entertaining. All of her work is organized, thorough, and a pleasure to read. Additionally, Emily is a phenomenal chemistry student. Her work exceeds expectations on a daily basis. It is unfortunate that Emily is not in our classrooms physically, but is without a doubt she is still an active participant and contributor to our class. It is with great pleasure we award Emily Lincoln as one of our Students of the Month.
Emma Moon is a well-rounded, phenomenal young lady who has propelled herself to heights unseen by most. Throughout her high school career, Emma's keen desire has been to excel academically while positively impacting her peers in the community in which she lives. It is with immense honor that I have the opportunity to teach this young lady and to interact with her through her extensive involvement with Beta Club. In addition to maintaining stellar grades in the classroom, Emma has done a phenomenal job serving as our Beta Club historian this year. Graciously and with a smile, she goes above and beyond in performing her regular duties. Recently, Emma assumed the added responsibility of leading the Service Snapshot team at Leadership Summit. In addition to leading this team, in an urgent time of need, Emma stepped up to help another team to get their presentation submitted. Her diligence and hard work paid off as both teams submitted polished presentations. This would not have been possible without Emma's willingness to help by freely giving of her time and talents. Our club's success and impact on the school and community is largely due to the dedication, hard work, and passion of officers like Emma. After leading last year's character performance team to a national victory, Emma has taken the initiative to not only lead this year's character performance team, but to also lead the portfolio team. She works with students' varied schedules to determine meeting times. Emma often gives hours of her time after school and on the weekends to ensure that these pieces will be ready for convention. With Emma's organizational skills, leadership, and determination, I know that both of these teams will be successful, and I'm excited to be a part of seeing her visions to completion. Thank you, Emma, for all that you do for our club, school, and community. Emma works selflessly and tirelessly for the benefit of the whole club, not for personal recognition or glory. We greatly appreciate your leadership and devotion to furthering the success and impact of our club. Please join us in recognizing all of our Fall Student of the Month. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Erica Bell, joined by Wendy Gann and Daniel Ferguson. We're here to represent the Senior Students of the Month.
We'll start with Myra Perez. Myra comes to class prepared every day. She is a respectful student who brings positivity and happiness with her when she walks through the door. Her friendly personality and her sweet, beautiful smile are always present. Even with a mask on, I can tell that Myra is smiling just by looking at her eyes. As a student, she is attentive and focused, and she takes ownership of her learning. Oftentimes, I see Myra electively taking notes on what we are covering for the day. She works hard on all assignments, and her grade in the class is a reflection of her hard work. A good student is consistent and persistent is a quote that fits Myra perfectly. I can consistently count on her to do her best and to have a wonderful attitude. And her persistence is evident in her willingness to put forth the effort it takes to not only complete assignments, but also to produce high quality work. Congratulations, Myra, on being our September Student of the Month.
Our next Student of the Month will be Junior Aguilar Moreno. Junior is a quiet and respectful young man. He has a pleasant disposition and never complained about the work we were doing or the fact that the class he was in was too big for my really small room. Junior is willing to seek help from his peers, and in this world of collaborative learning, that is a good trait.
Junior is always the epitome of respect and courteousness. He is definitely not the most talkative of students, but when you have a conversation with Junior, his kind, gentle personality is always present. Last spring, when circumstances led us to remote learning, Junior was dedicated and self-disciplined. He took an active role in his learning, and he consistently completed assignments throughout the entire semester. This year, Junior has continued to be a responsible, dedicated student. I have always appreciated his work ethic, his maturity, and his wonderful attitude. Congratulations, Junior, on being our September Student of the Month.
The next student is Ramon Gonzalez, nominated by Mrs. Blackman. Her words read as this: Ramon is a kind and caring young man who often seeks ways to help others and brighten their day. Over the past 3 years, I've enjoyed watching him grow from a sometimes silly freshman on a mission to make others laugh to a determined senior who has learned the art of self-advocacy, still with the dash of silliness because he's Ramon. Joking aside, through the college planning process, Ramon has been intentional with scheduling his high school and college courses, as well as asking relevant questions to ensure his success as he embarks on the next phase of his life. I'm excited to see Ramon receive the Student of the Month award, and I'm even more excited to watch him pursue his future endeavors, maybe as a boxer.
Jason Johnson. Jason is a mature, hard-working young man. When he was a student in my English 3 class last spring, he was always polite, respectful, and responsible. When remote learning began, I continued to be impressed with Jason's work ethic. I would send out assignments, and almost always Jason was the first student to submit his work. I was worried that he misunderstood the due dates, but he just wanted to make sure that he faithfully completed all coursework. I could also count on Jason to carefully read and respond to emails. I appreciated that more than Jason probably ever realized. This fall, he has once again kept his commitments and has shown dedication to the class. He completes assignments thoroughly and on time, and his writing responses are carefully done and well thought out. I always enjoy reading Jason's writing and hearing his perspective in class discussions during Google Meet sessions. I appreciate his humor and his creativity. Jason has a kind, pleasant personality and an amazing work ethic that will serve him well in life. Congratulations, Jason, on being our October Student of the Month.
Our next Student of the Month is Riley Kinley. Walt Disney has been attributed to have said, "The flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all." I would say that Riley is a flower unlike many others. When I was speaking with Ms. Scott about a Student of the Month nominee, Riley's name came up immediately. Although Riley was in a horrific car accident and she could have given up, she has maintained a 99% attendance rate even from the hospital. And she has not been dropped from any RCC classes. This is just one clear example of her strength of character and her determination. I had the opportunity to teach Riley in Math 3 last year. As a student, Riley has an excellent work ethic. She completes her work in a timely manner, and even when the material challenged her, she rose to the standard. Riley was always willing to help others and share her wisdom when she understood the material. Inside the classroom, Riley is focused. In addition to having Riley in an academic class setting, I've also had the pleasure of being around her in an academic lab and when she just wants to come by and talk. Riley Kinley is a rare person who sees her faults without excuses and is willing to be an open-minded and see another side to a person or an issue. Understandably, she can sometimes get caught up in all the things that are going on in her world, but I have never heard her complain. It is her bravery when faced with life challenges, her perseverance to learn and make school count, and her love of math, and me, that makes Riley Kinley an excellent student to be chosen as Student of the Month.
And our final Senior Student of the Month is Layson Blackwell. Layson is one of the most energetic, vibrant students I have ever taught in a good way. Her sense of humor is the best, and she regularly entertains us with her literary commentary and her witty observations about life in general. Laughter is the closest distance between two people. A quote by comedian Victor Borge describes what Layson does for those around her. She brings us all together in the best possible way. Last spring, during remote learning, Layson consistently completed assignments and communicated with me throughout the semester. This fall, I am fortunate to get to see Layson in person 2 days a week, but she still dependably completes assignments and communicates with me on the days that she is not in school. Her artwork never ceases to impress all of us. During one of our recent presentations, after Layson presented her amazing and beautiful Beowulf cartoon, one of her classmates posted a message in the Google Meet group chat. He said, "It was not a competition, but she somehow won. We all felt that way. It is clear that Layson pours her heart and her soul into her art and into the relationships she forms with those around her. And this is one of the many reasons why we love Layson. Congratulations, Layson, on being our November Student of the Month." Please join us in celebrating all of our senior students of the month.